Hello, students. We are going to continue from page number 39 again, and we were doing Mother's Day. This is chapter number 5 from our book Snapshot. And in this chapter, we have already read that the main character, the protagonist, the central character is Mrs. Pearson, but she is a troubled wife, she is a troubled mother because she was not given her due regard and respect in the house, and the children, Doris, who is the daughter, and Cyril, who is the son, they actually don't value her. And whenever they come back home, they ask for a lot of services, a lot of things to be done by Mrs. Pearson. But this time, Mrs. Pearson had been helped by Mrs. Fitzgerald, who was a neighbor, and she actually had done a process, and because of Mrs. Fitzgerald's efforts, they actually changed their places and they had changed their bodies or souls. And now Mrs. Fitzgerald had entered the body of Mrs. Pearson, and as Mrs. Pearson, she was teaching a very good lesson to all the family members one by one. First of all, he actually treated in a very blunt manner, very rudely she behaved with Doris, and she told him that she should not go out with Charlie Spence because he was half-witted and buck teeth also. And she also said that she could have got somebody better than Charlie Spence if she would be in her place. And then after some time, Cyril also appeared in the house, and he also asked that what was wrong with Mrs. Pearson because Mrs. Pearson was behaving in a rude way. Then Cyril was asking for the things that he wanted to be done by mom, by Mrs. Pearson, but Mrs. Pearson said that she was not ready and she was not interested in doing all such things. Now I am going to read from page number 39, almost last 4 or 5 lines. Cyril said, staggered, I don't get this, ma'am. Means he was really, you can say, confused. He did not know what was going on, why she was speaking in such a way. Mrs. Pearson said, changes. Mrs. Pearson said that she wanted some change in her life. That's it. Doris, after some time, she entered from the left hand side. She is in the process of dressing and is now wearing a wrap. Means she was dressing herself for going out, and she had worn a wrap over her shoulders. She looked pale and red-eyed. She is very pale, she is very nervous, and red-eyed also. Red-eyed, why? Because she would have been cried. She was crying. Mrs. Pearson, you look terrible. I would not wear that face even for Charlie Spence. Mrs. Pearson said that she should not have such a face even for Charlie Spence. She should, you can say, look beautiful. Doris said, moving above the table angrily. Oh, shut up about Charlie Spence. And anyhow, I am not ready yet. Just dressing. But Doris was still angrily, rudely speaking to her mother. And she said that she was going out with Charlie Spence and Mrs. Pearson should not speak even a single word about him, and she was not yet ready. She was just dressing herself. This is page number 40 now. And if I do look terrible, it is your fault. You made me cry. And she also said, Doris said that because of her mom, she was crying, and that is why her face was spoiled. Cyril said, curious. Why? What did she do? Means Cyril wanted to know. He was curious. Curious means he was really eager to know what was done by mom. Why Doris was crying. Doris said, never you mind. Means you should not interrupt in such things or intervene. You should not know. Mrs. Pearson, rising and preparing to move to the kitchen. Have we any stout left? Now, stout here means beer. So she wanted to know that was there some beer in the kitchen or not. I can't remember. Cyril said, bottle or two, I think. But you don't want stout now. Cyril said, maybe a single bottle or 2 bottles were there in the kitchen. But Cyril was really shocked that did Mrs. Pearson really want it at that time only. Mrs. Pearson said, yes, I do. Cyril said, "What for?" Mrs. Pearson, "You to drink, you clot," means to drink. What for? Because he actually, according to Mrs. Pearson, Cyril was asking a very silly question. He said that what for she wanted beer. So Mrs. Pearson said that she actually wanted to drink, and she called him a clot. Clot means stupid. You stupid, I just want to drink it. Mrs. Pearson exits, right? Instantly, Cyril and Doris are in a huddle. Huddle means they are collected. They are actually, you can say, trying to talk to each other. They moved close to each other, rapidly whispering, because Mrs. Pearson actually went out of the room. So Cyril and Doris, daughter and son, brother and sister, they actually had a meeting kind of thing. Doris said, "Has she been like with you too?" Cyril said, "Yes, no tea ready, couldn't care less," means she is really different. She had not prepared any tea for me and she did not care for us. Doris said, "Well, I am glad it is both of us." But after knowing that, when Doris came to know that Cyril was also treated in such a rude way by mother, now Doris felt very happy, and she said that she was really glad that I thought I had done something wrong, because Doris thought that she had done something wrong and that is why she was being treated in such a way by Mrs. Pearson. But if she was treating everybody in the same way, then there is no problem. Cyril said, "So did I, but it is of her, of course." Doris said, "She was smoking and playing cards," means Doris was shocked, and she told this to Cyril that she could not believe that she was not only smoking but she was playing cards also. "I couldn't believe my eyes." Cyril said, "I asked her if she was feeling off color," means I asked her, was she off color? Off color means she was ill or sick, बीमार तो नहीं है वो, and she said she wasn't. Doris said, "Well, she's suddenly all different, and that's it. That's what made me cry. It wasn't what she said, but the way she said it and the way she looked." Doris said that the most troublesome thing for her, why she was worried, why she was nervous, why she was crying, was that the way the mother was talking to her and the way she looked at her, that was really bitter, that was really bad. Cyril said, "Haven't noticed that she looks just the same to me." Doris said, "She does not to me. Do you think she could have hit her head or something, and got, what is it, means Doris said that has she hit her head with something? Has she gone balmy? कहीं वो पागल तो नहीं हो गई है? कुछ दिमाग में फर्क तो नहीं पड़ गया है? Had she become crazy or balmy or something? Cyril said, staggered, "Do you mean she's balmy?" Balmy means she has become slightly crazy. Doris said, "No, you fathead. Concussion she might have." Concussion here means temporary loss of consciousness by blow to head. Maybe she would have hit her head somewhere, and that is why she would have concussions. She would have lost her memory. Cyril said, "Sounds far-fetched means it seemed as if it is not true." Matlab, he was not ready to believe all such things. Doris said, "Well, she's far-fetched. If you ask me." She suddenly begins to giggle. But according to Doris, the mother was really far-fetched. Far-fetched means unbelievable. Cyril said, "Now then, what is it?" Doris said, "If she is going to be like this, when dad comes home," she giggles again. But Doris was enjoying. She said that if her mother would be behaving in such a way to dad, then something really interesting was going to happen. And she giggles. Giggles means she started laughing. Cyril said, beginning to guffaw. Now, guffaw here means he laughed noisily. जोर के हंस रहा है वो. And Cyril said, "I am staying in for that 2 front dress circles for the first house." What is the meaning? He said that he actually did not want to miss this chance, that how the father would be treated by the mother, and that is why he said that he is going to book 2 tickets for him, means for himself. He is not going to miss this chance. Mrs. Pearson enters, right, carrying a bottle of stout. Now, Mrs. Pearson had come back from the kitchen and she was carrying a bottle of stout in her hand, a bottle of beer. and half filled glass. Cyril and Doris try to stop their guffawing and giggling. Guffawing means both these children, means Doris and Cyril, brother and sister, they were actually enjoying, they were laughing that how the father would be treated by mother if he would come back. So they were guffawing and giggling, they was laughing, but they are not quick enough. Means before they could stop themselves, Mrs. Pearson had seen and she noticed that they both were laughing. Mrs. Pearson regards them with contempt. With contempt means with really a lot of despise. Despise. Despise means disdain. Disdain. Disdain means with hatred, she said. She said in a rude way. Mrs. Pearson coldly, "You two are always talking about being grown up." Means you both always tell me that you are grown up children now. Why don't you both try for once to be your age? Means if you are really grown up, so behave properly. Why don't you show that you are grown ups? She moves to the settee and sits. Cyril said, "Can't we laugh now, mom?" Means can't they really laugh at something? Mrs. Pearson said, "Yes, it's funny. If it is funny, go on, tell me, make me laugh. I could do it." Mrs. Pearson said, "If there was something to laugh at, then do it now." Means do it. Tell me something that you were laughing at. Doris said, "You know, you never understand our jokes, mom." Doris said that the mother would never be able to understand the jokes which are told and shared by these children. This is page number 42. Mrs. Pearson, "I was yawning at your jokes before you were born, Doris." This is a really sarcastic comment. According to Mrs. Pearson, she actually had heard and used these kind of jokes before the children were born, and she was most experienced, and she should not you can say she should not be treated as inferior by the children. Doris said, almost tearful again. Now Doris again was in tears. She was almost crying. "What is making you talk like this, mom? What have we done? Means what is our fault? Just tell me." Doris was asking that what was her fault, why she was being treated like this by mother. Mrs. Pearson said promptly. Promptly means quickly, she said, "Nothing but come in, ask for something, go out again, then come back where there is nowhere else to go." Means this is the trouble, this is the problem, that these people, they actually don't pay respect, don't pay regard to anybody, and they just come inside the house, they go out again, and when there is no place to go, they come back to their house again. Is it a hotel or an inn or something? Sarai hai, hotel hai ye. Cyril said aggressively, "Look, if you want tea, if you would not get tea ready, then I'll find something to eat myself." Cyril said aggressively to her mom, to his mom, that if the mother is not going to help him, if mother is not going to serve anything for him with tea or something, then he would go himself to the kitchen and he would prepare something himself. Mrs. Pearson said, "Why not? Help yourself." She takes a sip of stout. She was taking the beer, and at the same time she asked Cyril to go and help himself. Go into the kitchen and prepare something. Cyril said, turning on his way to the kitchen, "Mind you," means just see, mom, I think it is a bit thick. I have been working all day. Means this is really bad on Mrs. Pearson's part, according to Cyril. Cyril said that they were actually working hard all day, and after coming back from their workplace, they are treated like this by mom. Bit thick means this is really not good. This is not fine. Doris said, "Same here." Mrs. Pearson calmly, 8 hours a day. Cyril said, "Yes, 8 hours a day, and don't forget it." Means yes, we are actually doing a lot of hard work. We had gone, you can say, to our offices, and after 8 days hard labor, we have come back. Now you should treat us well. Mrs. Pearson said, "I have done my 8 hours then." Mrs. Pearson said, "Okay, if you people have done your 8 hours, then I also have done my 8 hours at home." Cyril said, "That's different." Doris said, "Yes, of course it is. It is different." Mrs. Pearson said, "It was. Now it isn't. 40-hour week for all now. Just watch it. at the weekend when I have my 2 days off. Now, this is very important. According to Mrs. Pearson, she also was putting a lot of effort by working at home, staying back at home, and now she would also work for 8 hours a day, and 8 fives are 40, means 40 hours a week, and on Saturday Sunday she was going to have her week off. Doris and Cyril exchanged alarmed glances. Alarmed glances means they looked at each other and they were really shocked and surprised what was being said by Mrs. Pearson. If she would not do anything on Saturday, Sunday, how the household work would be managed? कौन करेगा काम? They stare at Mrs. Pearson, who returns their look calmly. Cyril said, "Must grab something to eat. Looks as if I'll need to keep my strength up." Cyril exits to the kitchen. Now, Cyril thought that because Mrs. Pearson was not going to help him, she was not going to serve anything for him to eat, then he actually had to go himself and he had to prepare something in the kitchen. Doris said, moving to the settee anxiously, "Mummy, you don't mean you are not going to do anything on Saturday and Sunday?" Means, what do you mean? Are you not going to do any work at home on Saturday and Sunday? Mrs. Pearson, airily, means in a very casual way, she said, "No, I wouldn't go that far. I might make a bed or two and do a bit of cooking as a favor." Means, I can do something. I can, you can say, make a bed or two. Means, I can, you can say, manage the bedrooms in the evening, or maybe if she would like, she would do a bit of cooking also. She would cook something as a favor. As a favor means if they actually wanted it to be done, and as you can, if they would really ask all for all these things, which means, of course, I'll have to be asked very nicely. Now, this is very important. According to Mrs. Pearson, who was actually Mrs. Fitzgerald, she said that she would prepare food, she would do a lot of more things also in the household, but she would be, if she would be asked very nicely and thanked for everything, means she should be requested and she also should be thanked for the services and generally made a fuss of. But any of you 40 hours a weekers who expect to be waited on hand and foot on Saturday and Sunday with no thanks for it are in a nasty disappointment. But if you people who think that you are putting your 40 hours a week and 8 hours a day, and if you would behave in such a rude way, then you people would expect, you can say, a very rude behavior, plus nothing would be done by Mrs. Pearson on Saturday and Sunday. And if those people, they would not be able to thank her for her things or her services, then they would be very disappointed, because nothing would be done at all by Mrs. Pearson on Saturday and Sundays. Then might go off the weekend perhaps, and she could go out, she could enjoy parties also on Saturdays and Sundays, if she would not be asked for things, if she would not be thanked, and she would not be asked very nicely by the people of the house. This is page number 43. Doris said, aghast. Aghast means she was really shocked. She was blank. She was, you can say, amazed. How she was full of horror. Go off for the weekend means, where are you going? Who would go? Mrs. Pearson, why not? I could go with a change. Means I just want a change and I can go out on weekend. Stuck here day after day, week after week. If I don't need a change, who does? Means who actually wants a change here? Because she was the one who was being kept back and she was not going out any time, and all the other people, they were also, they were already enjoying their lives. She was the one who was not given a chance to go out. Doris said, but where would you go? Who would you go with? Means, where are you going And with whom you are planning to go out? Mrs. Pearson said, that's my business. You don't ask me where you should go and who you should go with. Means this is none of your business. It means that Mrs. Pearson, or maybe Mrs. Fitzgerald, actually wanted to teach a lesson to the children that they should not cross their limits and they could not ask any questions from their mother. Doris said, that's different, Mrs. Pearson. The only difference is that I am a lot older and better able to look after myself. So it is you who should do the asking. Mrs. Pearson said that she did not have to make the answers, she did not have to reply for the questions which were asked by the children by Doris. But because Mrs. Pearson was actually having more experience than the children and she could ask questions, Mrs. Pearson could ask questions from children, but there is no reason why she should reply to the questions asked by the children. Doris said, did you fall or hit yourself with something? Now, Miss Doris was really surprised at all those things which were said by mother, and she asked the mother that was she hit with something, was everything fine with her or not, कहीं उसके सिर पे चोट तो नहीं आई है? Mrs. Pearson coldly, no, but I'll hit you with something, girl, if you don't stop asking silly questions. But Mrs. Pearson very coldly, very bluntly, she said that if Doris would not stop asking these silly questions, she would be hit by the mother, by Mrs. Pearson. And Doris stares at her open mouthed, ready to cry. And Doris having her mouth open and she was almost crying. She was almost, you can say, was in tears. Doris said, oh, that is awful. She begins to cry, not passionately. Mrs. Pearson, coldly, stop blubbering. Blubbering means बच्चों की तरह रोना बंद करो. Stop crying like a child. You say that you are not a baby and you are a grown up. So stop crying now like a child. You are not a baby. If you are old enough to go out with Charlie Spence, you are old enough to behave properly. If you can have a boyfriend like Charlie Spence and if you want to go out with somebody, then show that you are a grown up. Now stop doing it. Now stop, you can say, crying. Today we are going to stop here only. In the next class we will continue from page number 43 again. Till then, please keep learning, please keep watching these videos, read these chapters and try to write the meanings in your textbooks. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay back home.